Hello there everybody, it's about Night 2 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to DS Irae. Oh my fucking god, why is that so goddamn adorable? Okay, so last episode we kind of completed the Marie route. I say kind of because thanks to a couple of you guys kind of bringing this up, apparently this extra story, Omnia Vincent Amor, is actually a epilogue of sorts for the Marie route, which, interesting. It's definitely different considering Die Morgendamerung, Fenländer Segen, and the Werewolf. Those were like just different times rather than actual like epilogues of sorts. Granted, Die Morgendamerung and Fenländer Segen actually had very important stuff that I desperately needed to know. Not really desperately, that shit was just kind of messed up, but holy shit, it was necessary. But apparently this is supposed to be like the actual quote-unquote ending to the Maria route, or rather, like I said, you guys said, the epilogue. So, I'm going to do what I did last time. We're going to do this entirely in one go. If the length of this video doesn't tell you that already. Alright. Show me this epilogue. Beatrice? Wait. Huh? Year 2066, Germany, from a train heading to Berlin.
全略先輩お元気でしょうかこちらあなたの愛犬ですワンとか言いましょうか
Huh?
もう伝わっていることかと思いますが私も先輩の後を追いこの度ベルリン芸術大学への留学が決まりました今はこうして電車に揺られ流れゆく景色を風情たっぷりに眺めていたりするわけです本当はパリとかの方が私に合いそうな気がするんですけどまあそこはそれいかにもドイツな先輩はドイツ人以上にドイツっぽいのでやっぱり友達いないんじゃないかと心配だからこうして世話を焼きに行こうというわけですよ
More German than the Germanest German to ever Okay, I never thought I'd ever... That's definitely a first.
あとはその我ながら驚くことではありますがどうやら私根っから中堅根性の持ち主だったようでして先輩の愛がこもった鉄拳がないとどうにも生活に張り合いが出ない。
What? Huh? Wait a minute, I can't even tell. Wait, wait. Like, I'm having a really difficult time here trying to tell, like, is this really Beatrice? Like a reincarnate? Because this is the year 2066. This is clearly in the future. So, is this like a reincarnated Beatrice? Did everybody get fucking reincarnated? Are we gonna see Rotospine? Sorry. That'd be a little too crazy.
正直年頃の乙女が彼氏よりも同性の先輩に調教済みってどうなんでしょうか知らんわバカ者はいはいついより出てくださいちょっと私の彼氏マジかっこいいんですけどそんなイケメンすら日本に置いて先輩のこと追いかけてるんですからねこれはぜひとも感謝してほしいところです
I'm lost? I'm confused? I'm just gonna go with the angle that this is like the characters getting themselves like a second chance at life as a reincarnation or something.
お前にそんな世話を焼かれる言われはないとか飼い犬なら目して尻尾を振っていろとかいつものように罵倒されちゃうんでしょうけどねこれも愛そう先輩をぼっちにしないための愛ゆえでございます
Wait a minute! She's talking about Eleanor, isn't she? Wait, hold on. For a young maiden to be better tamed by her upperclassmen of the same gender than her very own boy... Did fuck... Sorry.
こんなこと言うとまた鬱陶しがられるってわかりますよはいそうですね今なら非常によくわかります
Wait, why would... No... Just go before my brain self God damn it, it's already leaking again. That's like my 5th brain this week.
子犬は眺めているから良いのであって、飼うとなると何たる手間暇。最初のうちは可愛くとも相手をするのが疲れてくるというか、何と言いますか。なのに潤んだ目で寄ってくるとか反則でしょう。売り払うにも一苦労です。
Well, yeah, you can't win against a puppy that gives you the puppy dog eyes. Same as why you can't win against a kitten. Because they're a fucking cat.
人の振り見て我が振り直せ。眼蓄のある言葉だと思った理由が何かというと。
Other story 4. Omnia Vincent Amor. Or Vinciamo. Fuck, I can't pronounce shit!
ねえねえお姉ちゃんどこ行くのねえってば
Schreiber? To cut to the chase, well, because I sort of unintentionally picked up a soft little white puppy along the way.
確か憧れの先輩に会いに来たんだよね。それもはるばる日本から。すごいな。私もムッターに会いに来たんだけど、そんなに遠いとお小遣いが足らないよ。
Oh my god, am I gonna see Machina?
なんでムッターに会うのに電車乗ってたかっていうとね、仕事で2年ほど出稼ぎに出ているからなんだって。なんだっけ、確か日本だと単身赴任っていうのかな。
Did everybody get themselves a happy ending or something?
そんなんだからパーターと2人だけだと寂しくって、こうして私は毎日のおやつ代をコツコツ貯めてこっそりムッターに会う大冒険へ繰り出したのです。すごいでしょ。
Yeah, my brain is officially gone. I'm gonna have to go replace that again.
っていうかさ、迷惑かけないよういい子にしてようねっていうファーターの方がムッターに会いたくてうずうずしてるのにね。ほんと大人めんどくさいね。お姉ちゃんも恋人ができたら一緒にいるのが一番いいよ。仲がいいのに距離が遠いと電話代すごくかかっちゃうから、うちみたいに。あれ、これってさっきも話したっけ？
ええ、すでに7回ほど。
Oh my god. It was getting heavy on the ears by now. This girl, who seemed to go by Anna, by the way, reacted to my response by cutely tilting her head to the side. She was like a fairy straight out of a picture book. Though ridiculously adorable, she...
まあいいや。それでね、今から会いに行くムッターなんだけどさ、すっごいかっこよくて優しくてさ、バリバリできる女ってわけ。それでね、当時うだつの上がらなかったファーターはそりゃもう必死にムッターのことを射止めようとして。
Exactly. This girl was a real chatterbox. She babbled on without end, telling me anything from her family structure to her adventure to see her mother. What on earth did I do to deserve this sort of attachment? Well, I knew it was my own fault. She happened to sit beside me at the train. I gave her some candy. Cue this. I didn't know if she just really liked Japanese candy or had some other reason, but before I knew it, her stories became all I could hear. She was primarily just boasting about her family, telling me how much she loved her mother and father. Stuff like that. As much as I wanted her to leave, her expression was too happy for me to say it. And yes, there was no one I could blame but myself.
私のバカ、可愛いからって気軽に犬を拾っちゃいけないって分かってたのに。
I mean, at least this one's less murdery. Though she was really close to me, little Anna didn't hear my grumble. She emitted a pure aura that made people want to pat and hug her. Honestly, it was getting really difficult to bear it. I walked along the station's platform while looking like a tree with a koala in it. This would surely net me some ridicule from my friend. Of course, it wasn't exactly easy to take steps like this, so...
なんだよ。フラフラしてんじゃねえぞてめえ。
Hey? I had lost my balance and ran into a hoodlum. What a predicament. His savage, vulgar looks sent a strange presentiment down my spine like lightning. It felt almost like I was afraid for my chastity. How could I describe this feeling welling up within me? Did he seem like a great big bother, or was he just the very antithesis of the type I'd like? I couldn't tell.
礼儀を知らねえのかてめえらは。喧嘩売ってんのか。いいねで買うぞ。
Oh my fucking god. He opened his mouth, spouting lines you'd expect from some delinquent. He was basically the hoodlum. Apparently men following this brand of stupidity were common worldwide. Despite being a man, he kept his skin completely pale. I had no idea why, but it kinda annoyed me. Little Anna and I looked at each other and, as if our minds had become one, lightly nodded at each other before glaring back at him.
はいはい、どうもすみませんね。ですが喧嘩ですか。女性に向かって開口一番そのセリフとは。やれやれ。
しょうがないよお姉ちゃん。このろうそくのっぽ見るからにモテなさそうだもん。女の子の扱いなんて知らないんだよ。紳士には程遠いね。
If he wasn't popular, how the hell did he get his own focused story?
そうよね、アンナちゃん。可憐で清楚な女の子2人に対してありえないよね。ね
え。
バカかってめえら鏡見ろ。初対面で毒吐く女のどこが可憐で清楚だよ。いいとこ、キザルと人形だろうが。
He's not changed at all. He just reincarnated like, God damn it, I lost my powers. Alright, what the hell's going on?
第一、その貧相な体つきのどこが女だってはそいつ悪かったな。あるのかねえのかわからなかったもんで、どっちなのか気づかなかったよ。悪い悪い。
Oh my god. This is fucking amazing. He actually went there. Who would care about those balls of fat anyway? Maybe I should take and drag him to my friend, who is even less endowed than me. Now she was pure muscle. Her lung capacity was amazing too.
おいニク様、私は彼氏持ちの勝ち組です。あなたみたいな寂しい独り者じゃないんですよ。
おお、すごいやお姉ちゃん。でも私はムッターがバルンしてるし、成長期だからきっとまだ大きくなるけどね。
何
？Oh Jesus, God was dead. Oh my god. She went and betrayed me with a full smile on her face. Damn it. She looked that comely and was said to be well endowed. What kind of biological super weapon was she? The kind who can ride a motorcycle and kill people and not be I'm just gonna... This is fucking amazing. I actually began to resent her innocent smile. It actually got the man to chuckle at me. What a dreadful blunder. I should knock him out and send him home to mommy's breasts. Right when I thought that...
お兄様、そろそろ時間が近づいておりますよ。
Huh?
これ以上は先方にご迷惑がかかります。お戯れはそこまでにして、早く共に参りましょう。
あ？マジかよ。もうそんな時間か。
あ？え？お兄様？
Brother? I felt as if I'd just seen an impossible reaction. A beautiful young girl was waving at him, and she looked like a real high-class lady, too. Could it be that the guy before us was actually from a rich family? A more careful glance at his clothes made me aware that they all had prestigious brand names. And why was he putting on an elder brother aura while he clearly was the one being dragged around by his little sister? I felt as though the world had collapsed around me. Honestly, I was grossed out beyond words.
じゃあな、さっきのたわごとは忘れてやっから。次はちゃんと前見て歩け。狂犬じゃねえんだからよ。手当たり次第噛みついてると いつかしっぺ返しを食らうだろうぜ。
He still has the pointy ears, I just noticed. And so, after leaving us with words hardly befitting his stature, the pasty hoodlum went away. As I watched the little sister hold his hand and drag him away, I gently rubbed my body to reduce the goose flesh. It's probably someone I couldn't stomach even if I've wanted to. We're not gonna see what the little sister looks like? What the hell, man?
妹好きでボンボンでチンピラか。完璧に救いがないね、あいつ。
I couldn't agree more.
まあ、そんな紆余曲折あれども。
Still, if one had ill encounters, more pleasant ones would surely follow. Yeah, show me the rest of everybody in their reincarnated forms, goddammit. I will be upset if there's no Rotospine.
よく来た。まあ月並みだが、長旅ご苦労。
Hi, Eleanor! As we left the platform and exited the station, I spotted a tall woman waiting for me. Seeing her made me smile.
この子があなたの後輩。聞いてはいたけど、なんか対照的な感じね。
Hi, Rusalka! Not only that, but she was accompanied by a girl I didn't know. That realization slightly moved me. After all,
先輩、おめでとうございます。やっと私以外にもまともな友達ができたんですね。
黙れ、このバカ娘が。
she's literally okay. This is definitely okay. Okay. We just reunited, and I'd already been hit. Her fist crashed mercilessly into the hole at the top of my head, shaking my brain in a pleasantly familiar manner.
あらあら、ひどい先輩ね。自分を追ってきた後輩に再会一発愛の鞭はないんじゃない？ここはほら、優しく抱きしめるのがあなたの故国、なんだっけ、萌えの文化ってやつじゃなかったかしら？
Oh dear God, Moe culture.
知らん。歴史の浅いダ弱な言葉を口に出すな。1世紀程度も続いていない新参の文化など、あいにく私は認めていない。歌舞伎屋の王ならまだしもな。
Oh yeah, this is definitely the Eleanor I know.
何よりこいつに手加減などそもそもいらんさ。手紙でも電話でも常に男がどうのこうのと年中頭が湧いているから多少締めてやった方がいい。
ああ、なるほど。つまりそっち方面では後輩に遅れを取っているのが腹立たしくて妬ましいと。
そうか。どうやら貴様も頭のネジが若干緩んでいるようだ。遠慮はするな。こっちへ来い。締め直してやろう。
And that's your cue to run, Rusalka.
自分でするから結構よ。まったく、これが日本のツンデレってやつなのかしら。
Oh dear God.
そろそろ出れてもいいと思うんだけどね。その辺、あなたは一体どう思う？ああ、そりゃ1年以内じゃ無理ですよ。私なんて中学から頑張って犬なんですから。残念、前途は多難ってわけか。まったくです。
ほう、楽しそうじゃないか二人とも。初対面でそれほど親しくなってくれたようで何よりだとも。連れてきた甲斐があったものだ。喜ばしい。
Oh my God, don't tell me Ryan. No. I'm not sure they would also get the reincarnation treatment, but oh my God.
一つ私も混ぜてくれ。これから時間をかけて存分に語り明かしてもらおうじゃないか。なあ。
Oops, that was an accident. Nope, fuck it. No, I need to hear this.
一つ私も混ぜてくれ。これから時間をかけて存分に語り明かしてもらおうじゃないか。なあ。
Oh, that was it. I guess I really didn't miss out on that. Her eyes had I'm just gonna stick with my default. Her eyes had a terrible gleam about them as she said that. However, the girl that accompanied her didn't even flinch. I couldn't help but admire her ability to maintain her composure in the face of that enraged glare.
まあそんなことはともかくとして、少し遅れちゃったけど、はじめまして後輩さん。私はアンナ。ベルリン芸術大学の特待生で、あなたの先輩にあたるわ。所属は声楽科なんだけどね。
Ah, interesting. In this, her name, okay. Her name is Anna.
ちなみに飛び級してるから、あなたより年下だけど、そこはあまり気にしないでくれると嬉しいかな。よろしくね。
Well, to be fair, Rusalka was quite smart, so this fits.
はい、こちらからもよろしくお願いします。
We shook hands and smiled. Apparently, I had a strange link to the name Anna, which seemed to go on girls with beautiful smiles. I would have to call this one Red Anna from now on.
だけど。
I gave my friend a questioning glance. I couldn't figure out how a girl that cute could have found common ground with such a person. Well, she was a delinquent beating Amazon back where we came from, and had tremendous amount of fangirls, but...
何やらよからぬことを考えていそうだが、こいつはロシアからの留学生だよ。つまり、我々と似た境遇だ。
I mean, she's also got the Ahoge, so therefore she is a Danganronpa protagonist.
そう、だから親近感っていうのかな。あとは気づけばこんな感じってわけ。ああ、つまりホームシックの共有ですか。先輩にもそういう人並みの感覚があったんですね。
You're gonna get yourself hit again. I'd always thought she was the type who could burn everything to the ground while laughing. I see what you did there.
やはり一度貴様とはきっちり話をつけねばならんようだが、まあよかろう。それよりもだ。
うん、それよりも。
They both simultaneously pointed behind me.
おい後輩、ずっとお前の背に張り付いているその白い毛玉、一体なんだ？
Of course she's tagging along. Her words made me aware that I'd actually forgotten about somebody. I took the girl away from me, making my back more open to the early year's cold. Bearing the chill, I grabbed and presented her to them.
それじゃあ、はい、これお土産のワンコです。どうぞ。ほら、白アンナちゃん、アピールアピール。
そこの凛々しいお姉さん、いい子にするから抱きしめて。
Oh, her hair is actually quite long. A small girl looking up at her with a beaming smile. How explosive! Victory was mine. If there was a person who could withstand such a perfect synchronization of those looks and mannerisms, they would surely be cold-blooded and heartless.
ふっとうしい。元の場所に捨ててこい。
Knew it.
やっぱり血も涙もなかった。この人やっぱり骨の髄まで鋼鉄製の軍人なんだ。
よもや後輩が少女誘拐に手を染めるとは誠に遺憾だ。ああ残念だよ。この手でお前を鉄格子の向こうへ引き渡す日が来ようと。
It's not kidnapping, it's surprise adoption.
自首をするなら早くしろ。魔が差しただけなら執行猶予も今ならつくかもしれん。
え、嘘？何この展開。知らないうちに私犯罪者にされてるんですけど。
実際その通りだろうが。
Ouch. That was a perfectly viable assumption, but I would have really appreciated if she believed in my humanity.
心配するな。一緒についていってやる。親御さんにはまあ私から説明しておこう。
だからその哀れみと同情のこもった視線はやめて。後輩のお茶目な冗談って分かってくださいよねえってば。
Why Anna couldn't contain herself and went to cling to Red Anna. Great. Just when I needed her to come over and prove my innocence, I'd be locked up at this rate. This woman wasn't the type to joke about taking anyone to the police. Well, yeah, this is Eleanor we're talking about.
あれ？
ねえねえ、ちっちゃいお姉ちゃん、なんか向こうの二人は大変そうだね。私って誘拐されてたみたいだよ。知らなかったな。
そうね。 けど、あなたもちょっと離れてもらえると嬉しいかな。なんだか私、さっきから変に落ち着かなくてね。理由も自分じゃ分かってるんだけど、でもさすがに拭いがたい記憶があって。
Oh my.
面白い。ペロペロ。
あ、
やだ、味見は無理。白い色だともっと無理。助けて、二人とも。
Someone protect her! God damn it! Okay, this is fucking good. This is absolute insane. This is the innocent insanity. If that probably makes no sense at all. What the hell's wrong with me? Oh dear me.
愉快なことになってますね。
Huh?
そうだな。お前の犯罪を問いただすより愉快そうだ。
That was a strange thing to say while looking at a panicking friend. Apparently, she had grown even more sadistic during our time apart. Red Anna turned teary, pleading for help while being mercilessly licked. She looked cute enough, but did not appear to be enjoying the situation one bit, so I grabbed the back of White Anna's neck and dragged her away. Who, by the way, seemed to have enjoyed it quite a bit, judging from her expression. Her red name mate, on the other hand, looked thoroughly pitiable, and ended up instantly hiding behind my friend's back, sniffling and mumbling.
白はダメなの。あいつらは吹雪に紛れてやってくるの。私をぐるりと取り囲んで味見するみたいにベロベロ舐めてくるんだもの。
ああ、そういえばシベリアオオカミは白いのが多いか。
幼少期のトラウマがぶり返しちゃったわけですか。これはひどい。
Oh. Whoops.
誰のせいだ。誰の。
I lightly poked White Anna's forehead and said something about how dreadful such unfortunate accidents were. None of this was my fault, after all. Being the considerate person she was, my friend didn't try to shoo Red Anna away. She merely sighed, shrugged, and chuckled at the irony of the situation.
お前に懐いた犬はさておき。これからどうする？
I don't know. Go see more people?
先に学者を見ておきたいというなら、先達の務めだ。案内ぐらいはしてやろう。もとより、今日はそのためにわざわざ迎えに来たのだからな。
Please show me more.
そりゃまあ、私が粗相をすると日本からの留学生全体の品位に関わりますからね。
よくわかっているではないか。私に恥をかかせるなよ。
Okay.
いやボール。
The way she spoke with a grin on her face, other than being very much like her, was also extremely cool. Seeing how I'd sent my luggage straight to the university, I wasn't carrying anything heavy. It was also my first time leaving my home country, so I had quite a number of things I wanted to see. And though visiting the university was an appealing idea...
ですがその前に、私この街が見たいんです。ベルリンに何があって、どんな風景があるのか、実はちょっと楽しみにしていたんですよ。
I had no idea why, but my heart danced with excitement, like that of a child going on an adventure. Reminded of a time when even the neighboring town was a completely alien land, I found myself welling with endless curiosity for these unknown sights. This feeling had been alive ever since I decided to transfer to Berlin. For some reason, I wanted to know the city's hustle and bustle so much I had to stop myself from just dashing into it, and I just realized I switched back to the female voice. Okay, we're sticking with it. All the while brimming with enough hopes and dreams to surprise even myself.
お前もか。
Despite casting her gaze downward for a moment in apparent disapproval, she ultimately agreed with my proposal. She must have harbored the exact same feelings during her first year here.
そういうことなら、ソラ、ここに適任がいる。かくいう私も、かつてこいつに案内してもらったのだ。これでなかなか、この手のことは得意なやつだぞ。数少ない太鼓判を押せる部分だ。
Coolio.
なにそれひどい。私の親切さと美声あっての名観光よ。去年の今頃、それでしきりに感心していたのは誰だったかしら。ここはいっそツアーコンダクターアンナちゃんと呼んでほしいわね。任せてちょうだい。
うわ、かっこい 私も一緒に行っていい？
Don't we have to return you to your family?
まあね、別にいいけど。
She talked with confidence one moment, showed an impish smile the next, then went straight to faltering. Watching Red Anna's vibrant expressions filled me with great joy, and made me certain that I was indeed lucky to have met her.
それじゃあ、ぜひともお願いします。
I felt confident in that fact, and the sentiment made it very easy for me to accept her kind gesture. And so began our tour of Berlin. We made our way across the city, accompanied by Red Anna's sing-song voice providing meaningful explanations along the way. Her style and charming humor made me feel like I was being led around by a fairy. She must have had a natural talent for storing and making use of all this information. Yeah. Unlike the words of those know-it-all sages who claim to have reached enlightenment, hers are both splendidly easy to understand and truly fun to listen to. There was a certain vivid energy to her speech that likely gave it a universal appeal. Well, at the very least, it made my heart dance with excitement. While White Anna and I were in openly high spirits, my friend attentively listened to every word spoken by Red Anna. In the end, we all enjoyed the occasion on our own ways, etching the sights of Berlin onto our hearts. Even the most simple, everyday scenery looked important to me. I had no idea why, but it made me feel blessed. We walked for a while before getting on a bus to reach a certain well-known spot. Any tourist worth their salt would visit the place at least once during their stay in Berlin. Museum? Oh. The Brandenburg Gate. This is the same gate I remember seeing in... Oh, what was it? I think it was in... Verfulender Sagan, No. No. This was in Die Morgen Dämmerung. This same sort of backdrop. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same backdrop. No, wait. I'm pretty sure this is exactly where Reinhard pretty much one-shot everybody. Kind of. Or it was the same place where, Wilhelm and, Schreiber were fighting. The Brandenburg Gate, the symbol of Berlin, as well as a building once closed off by another structure. Which was...
1989年11月10日、ベルリンの壁崩壊。第二次世界大戦での敗北を機に生み出されたドイツ分断の証。それがかつて存在し、人々の手によって乗り越えられた証よ。
The ruins of the Berlin Wall. The symbol of the country's defeat and separation. As well as proof of unification and restoration. Looking at it rendered me unable to speak. My chest felt heavy, as if I'd swallowed a mouthful of lead. Breathing became a toil and my throat turned dry. I felt my heart begin to race and my chest well up with something urging me to take in the view. Yet even without such compulsions, I would have still etched the scenery upon the deepest recesses of my heart. It seemed to make my soul momentarily light up. Like resounding lightning.
前日、当時の東ドイツ政府が自国民に対して旅行許可書発行の大幅な規制緩和を発表したの。けどそれを事実上の旅行自由化と受け取れる表現でご発表したことがきっかけにより、わずか1日で破壊された東西の敷居。国を2つに割っていた壁は、両市民が溜め込んだ鬱憤を下地に、ほんの些細な誤りが引き金となって、あっけなく取り除かれてしまいましたとさ。難攻不落にして普遍の象徴。冷戦そのものであったともいえる物理的な壁。それが崩壊すると同時、まるで蓋が取れたかのように、我ら等しくドイツ国民であるという意識が市民の間で急速に高まっていったの。もちろんその後、統一にこぎつけたからといって、全ての問題が解決したわけじゃなかった。むしろ東西間にあった経済格差が浮き彫りになり、その時代に発生した不況の影響が何十年も尾を引いたという側面もあるわ。おとぎ話や英雄譚のように、栄光は常に恩恵をもたらさない。勝利を得たとしても、次に待つのはまた別の戦い。一歩進むたびに踏み出した足元には問題が転がっていて、それを解決するにもあまたの苦難が待っている。 けど、それでも。
この地が歴史の節目であったことには変わりない。少なくともこのドイツにおいては、敗北の負債を清算し、誰はばかることなく戦後の復興へ歩み出せた偉大なる墓標なのだろう。
A gravestone, a fitting description. It served as both a scar from all the wounds gained in the post-war period, as well as a place where the pain could be laid to rest. The war was the source of endless grief for those who had lived through it, and the origin of many of the burdens shouldered by their children. Times had changed, and barely anyone alive was at fault anymore, yet the wall remained as solid proof of a period defined by chaos and madness. To overcome that was surely a great deed. Even the Brandenburg Gate, the symbol of a culture that existed since days long gone, had regained its brilliance. The wall no longer made people remember the loss of their forefathers, nor did it fill them with fear for the future. They had come to seek not the blinding flash of battlefields, but a light more gentle, the kind that guided them onwards. They'd had enough of misfortune and defeat. The people wanted their hopes and dreams to soar high above, free from the obstruction of walls. Which was exactly why a mere mistake in wording sent the wall crumbling to dust. Light rained down upon all creation, and the world had become an ancient gravestone to emphasize it. I found myself moved by that kind of positive outlook. It could reach anyone's hearts regardless of time period or nationality. I truly loved it. Relating to hopeful people from days long gone filled me with a desire to try my best myself.
なんか、この壁を一番に崩した人とは友達になれそうですよ。こう、自分が真っ先に光となってぶち壊してやるぜ的な。私もその時ここにいたら、きっと胃の一番にツルハシ抱えて飛び出したんじゃないですかね。
また貴様は頭の悪そうなことを誇らしげに。
Well, I had the occasional urge to go out and do some physical work. If those who watched were as foolish as those who danced, it was best for everyone to join in and have fun.
でも今は壁もなくってよかったね。私たちの他にたくさん人を見に来ているみたいだし。
それは観光地として有名になったせいよ。まさか取り壊された後は文化財扱いにされるなんて、敗戦当時のベルリン市民は夢にも思わなかったでしょうね。
I probably have no right to kind of be saying something like this, but I guess a symbol of separation can now be seen as sort of its destruction being a symbol of unity, I assume. I hope I'm not insulting anybody by saying that. If I did, I'm sorry.
自分たちの国を分けた建造物が、こうしてベルリンに活気を生む一つの要因になるだなんて。
However, it wasn't something to be too glad about. What they had lost in the war was far too great to be matched by one or two cultural assets. Only those unrelated to the events could look optimistically at the culture and values rooted in the monuments before thinking of the lives that were lost. Still, there was no reason for people to not stand up from it. At the very least, they could find hope in the fact that they surpassed it. The people were surely proud of the fact. Otherwise, they wouldn't have left it for future generations.
ええ。ですから、壁が長く残っている場所では、多数のデザイナーが壁面をキャンバスにしていたものが見られますよ。
Oh my god, is that Trifa?
壁の崩壊から20年を機に、それまで描かれていた落書きを塗り替えてしまおうという試みから始まったものでして、ユーモアにあふれ、なかなかに素敵な風景へと生まれ変わっていました。
That's gotta be Trifa.
イーストサイドギャラリー。お嬢さん方もお暇なら、ぜひとも見に行ってはいかがでしょうか。
And he's back in his original body! The words belonged to a man I didn't know, accompanied by a woman and child, likely his wife and his wife and son? Oh my god. Having such a gangly and somewhat unhealthy-looking man address us as out of nowhere was surprising, to say the least. I looked at Red Anna, but it didn't seem like she knew him either. It was the first time I'd ever seen the man.
もうあなたったら、
Oh my god!
にも知らぬ男性に声をかけられたら、この人たちも困惑するわよ。
No fucking way! Oh my god.
ごめんなさいね。お嬢さんたちがとても楽しそうにしていたから、ついついこの人、自分も説明したくなっちゃったみたい。
そうですね。全く余計なことでしたか。すみません。どうにも年を取ると若い人に余計な世話をしたくなってしまうらしい。まだまだ自分では若いつもりでいたんですが、ちょっと自重しなければいけませんか。
I give up. I can't handle this. I can't fucking handle this.
まったくね。せっかくの家族旅行くらい仕事の時みたいな進め方はやめてほしいわ。
お仕事？さっきみたいに話すのが？
そう、この人ね、教師をやっているの。
No longer Father Trifa, Mr. Trifa.
ついこの間まで生徒の進路相談に乗っていましてね。ですからこう若い方が意気揚々としていますと思わずと言いますか、決してやましい気持ちはありませんよ。
Oh my god.
私は生涯妻一筋ですので。
The way he bashfully praised his partner made it clear that their relationship was one of mutual trust, nurtured over many years. I almost combined trust and nurtured by mistake. My bad. The sheer flagrancy of it left us at a loss as to how we should react.
なるほど。幸せそうで何よりですよ。
ね、ありがとう、お嬢さん。
Smiling, she edged closer to her husband. Even as an onlooker, I could clearly see that their relationship had a good sense of distance. I had no doubt they were a happily married couple. Watching them made me hope that I could become like that too.
いいなあ、ロマンチックよね。そうですね、憧れますよね。
Hi! Their child was sulking as he idled about, looking both bored and dissatisfied, likely because we'd been taking up his parents' attention.
申し遅れました。私カリフォルニアのハイスクールで教鞭をとっているものです。こちらは妻と息子で。
よろしくね、お嬢さん方。ほら、あなたも挨拶ちゃんとお姉ちゃんたちにできるでしょ。
I can't handle this. I can't handle this.
こんにちは。
Looking almost like he was about to bow his head to us, he instead went to hide behind his mother. Judging by his parents' embarrassed smiles, the boy must have been quite the handful. Probably a bit shy too, which would only be natural for someone his age.
すみませんね。この子はどうにも私たち以外には人見知りしてしまうたちでして。
いえいえ、お気遣いなく。思春期にはつきものの行動ですし。それにそもそもここにいるのは私以外、いい年しながら女子力皆無の干物系ばかりです。男の子に懐かれない、そんな程度でくじけるようなガラスハートは持ってませんから。いや、干物なんて軽そうな感じではないですね。むしろ鉄系、飛行士団、大火力アハトアハトみたいな。
There it is.
おいアンナ、地球葉巻と火を持ってこい。どうやらこの犬しつけが足りないらしい。
任せてちょうだい。一人だけ余裕ぶっこいてる後輩には私たちが優しく根性を入れ直してあげないとね。
I fucking knew that was gonna happen.
ちょっとそれ本気で折れますって。
お姉ちゃんってやっぱり学習しないな。
I'd be really glad if White Anna held me instead of acting the spectator. With my shoulder being held in a tight grip, I could hear my bones starting to audibly creak. Meanwhile, the husband and wife merely observed my life and death struggle with broad smiles and affectionate looks. I really wish they'd actually help, though.
いいですね。青春の輝き。
私もまたもう一度教壇に立ってみたくなる光景ね。ちょっとマジ放置しないで。 そりゃ確かにじゃれてますけど、か弱い私にとってはゴリラに絡まれてるようなものなんですよ。
Oh
言
no.
ったな貴様。誰のどこがどうゴリラだ。
先輩のその握力が。
I can't. This is great.
父様、母様。
Completely ignoring my cries, the boy sighed.
こんな人たち、もう放っておいて先に行こうよ。僕は早く聖堂が見たいのに。
Oh, I bet you do.
聖堂？何ですかそれ。
Having escaped the iron grip of my assailant, I posed that question to the boy, only to be met with silence. As the parents produced another set of embarrassed smiles, White Anna fearlessly walked up to him.
ねえ君、ちょっといい？それってベルリン大聖堂だよね。私のムッターが働いてる場所、その近くなんだ。君たちもそこ行くの？うわー、すごい偶然だな。ねえ、どこにあるの？案内して、案内して。
Even though it could easily be interpreted as inconsiderate and selfish, an airhead's audacity could be quite a convenient thing. Don't you mean thing?
ほら、無視しちゃダメよ。
女の子には優しくといつも言っているでしょう。
ね、だから一緒に連れてってよ。嫌だ。
うわー、取り尽くしまないですね。
ここまで来ると大物だな。
Unlike us, who strangely admired him, White Anna was shaking with anger.
なんで？意地悪言わないでよ。そんなむっつりしてると将来ろくでもない大人になっちゃうんだぞってテレビで言ってたんだから。知らないね。僕は静かなのが好きなんだ。
He turned his face away from her. Despite being so small, he already had the aura of an egghead about him. His parents were teachers, so maybe they raised him in the company of encyclopedias. That aside,
ベルリン大聖堂か。
the name also sent ripples throughout my heart. As strange as it seemed, it was almost like nostalgia.
どうせこの後案内するつもりだったわよ。一見の価値は十分ありだし。それになんだかそこって。
Red Anna lowered her tone to a whisper, almost as if she momentarily tried to gulp down her own soul as it tried to jump out of her body. Like someone feeling nostalgic about days gone by, a moment lost in the annals of time.
不思議と懐かしい気分にさせてくれるしね。きっとみんなもそう感じると思うわ。そうですか。
How awkward would it be if they suddenly all got their memories back, like, oh. I could understand her perfectly. Despite looking stoic, even my friends shared that sentiment. In fact, I believe that everyone here could feel something they found difficult to put into words. I had no idea why, but I was sure of it.
なんだか引力みたいなものを感じます。
My whisper melted into the wind, heard by no one. That peculiar feeling told me I had to go there. It urged me on, almost like an instinct. I didn't hesitate to follow it. I wanted to go there with everyone here and share the sight with them. There was meaning to that action, and no one could convince me otherwise. I turned to them with a smile on my face.
これも何かの縁だと思いますし、これから一緒にみんなで大聖堂まで行きませんか?
Instead of verbal answers, they all replied with approving smiles. I nodded and we took off. Of course, it's playing this theme again. Every once in a while, he considered a certain fact. Specifically, he thought himself to be a failure of a believer. He couldn't look up to the heavens. His hands would never join in prayer. And he didn't think he was able to kneel and hang his head before the Lord. With a surprisingly calm mind, he sighed and ran his fingers over the glimmering rosary on his chest. Resisting the urge to crush it, he hid the emotion by making his handsome face form an expression of indifference before gazing up at the cathedral's solemn design. The man wondered when it all began. Was it the result of being nurtured by devout and pious parents, or had he been like this from the moment he was born? Or perhaps it went even further back, to those transient dreams within the embrace of the amniotic fluid. He couldn't tell. There didn't seem to be any logic to it. There was an obvious, unexplainable abnormality within the mind that sustained him. It was the lack of faith. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't bring himself to respect God. Although that might have been too weak a conclusion, rather than the lack of respect, it pertained more to the classification of the emotions he should have felt. What he thought of the Supreme Being residing in heaven was downright bizarre. A foolish notion, certain to incite the ridicule of his peers, along with admonishment from his family. The man felt some form of familiarity towards the one they called God. Strange though it might seem, to him, the formless light was less of a supreme being worthy of gratitude and more of a friend. Thus, he could never pray in earnest. He found the bliss raining down upon all creation to be admirable, yet by no means deserving of his gratitude. That explained his lack of devotion. His thoughts regarding God were equal to those people who would have thought about colleagues they were friendly with. Excellent work, truly beautiful, lovely, well done, and such. He read the Bible under the assumption that he was on the same level as the heavens. It was clearly a foolish line of thinking that had no place in the mind of someone walking the path to priesthood. Such sentiments were truly dangerous. If others learned of it, they would surely scold him for harboring the sin of pride. Yet more importantly than that, it was simply difficult to live with it. Religion was a fantasy, meant to grant those in reality some semblance of peace. The formless Lord was fictional, and reverence for him amounted to no more than an indirect way of controlling and admonishing oneself. Anyone not a fanatic would see it clear as day, that religion was simply a construct invented for man's own convenience. God existed as their personalized symbol of discipline. And indeed, that is how it had to be. Nothing more, nothing less. Whose perspective are we in right now? I can't tell. I mean, Trifa is a teacher now, so... I don't think this is through mini Reinhards. No one genuinely wished for a supreme omnipotent creator that toyed around with humanity as it saw fit. People wanted a higher power that loved and watched over all creation, someone to shower them with warmth. A divine being to grant them the order and guidance they craved in an uncertain mist known as the future. A light to illuminate the darkness. If an ideal world did indeed exist, it would be one where people in society could stay themselves without the guidance of God, while still having the mind to live with honesty, yet such a world was naught but a pipe dream. God had to exist in both the hearts of the people and the order they created. It would need to guide, shine, and ceaselessly rain bliss down upon the earth.
たとえそれがいかなるものであろうとも
Wait, what? He could relate to it, feel its overflowing love, and perceive the greatness of the emotions that led to its existence.
それが覇者にふさわしき黄金の意向であろうとも愛は至高だ
Wait.
砕けようとも受け入れたいと思えるほど
Was that little miniature child? No. I'm having a hard time deciding right now. Is that like mini Reinhardt or is that just Isak? I mean, Isak would finally have the family that he wanted, so... Oh, dear lord. Part of me wants to say it would make sense for Trifa and Lisa to be, you know, the parents for Isak. He would have the family that he always wanted. Or he would have the love that he wanted. Wait a minute. Yet love is indeed glorious. I wish to embrace it even if it threatened to shatter me. Okay. Shit! Then it can either be... No. Ah! I think the child is probably Reinhard, and maybe this priest is Isak? Fuck, I'm having... Damn it! The heart of the divine was boundless and grand, because the voice is basically Reinhard, but... The heavens would grant protection, even when differences in religious denomination made children of men destroy one another. That too was clearly a product of love. However, that was nothing but his hypothesis. Form the discipline within his heart, and his personal take on the existence they called God. The man reached that conclusion with a perfectly clear head. Instead of fervently proclaiming the divine being's existence, he mixed reality and creed to create quite a sound opinion. However, he still couldn't understand one thing about his feelings for the heavenly light. There didn't seem to be a way to describe it. This friendship and familiarity he felt towards God, the desire to embrace to the point of ruination, what could it be? This bizarre, paralyzing sentiment that neither religion nor reason could explain. In his hypothesis, it would likely be settled as a latent sort of pride, no more. But that wasn't quite enough to satisfy him. Doubt whirled within him without end. Nothing he thought would lead him closer to the answer, and so...
私は惑いながら生き、死ぬのだろう。
Yet he felt content with such an outcome.
答えは英語を出ない方が良いのかもしれない。
And with that, he turned around to silently walk away.
そう。だからあなたはそれに気づかない。ごくごく単純な回答だと思う。自己の中に有する神が女神の愛に比するほど強大であるに過ぎないというだけ。はあ、そこの因果についてははぐらかしたままであったし、わからぬのも無理はない。どうかわからぬままでいてほしい。それが皆にとっての最良だ。私にとっても、あなたにとっても、彼ら彼女らにとってもまた。私がこうしてある以上、あなたの資格もなくならない。ゆえに、その感性は正しいとも。仰ぎ見るなどできはすまい。その魂は、未だ確かに我らと同格のものなのだから。
Maybe this is Reinhard, and the child is Isak. The one observing the troubled young man wore a peaceful smile. His outline wavered gently like a heat haze, refusing to mold into proper form. A peculiar anomaly of a being, his appearance both aged and youthful at the same time. A shade from the olden world who once bore the name of Mercury, he now watched his fragment with palpable joy. His fragment? His sworn friend, the man they once called the Golden Beast, wrestled with troubles befitting the mundane man. The scene before him filled the shade with gratitude, further widening his smile. Mercurius could do nothing but feel thankful that his friend failed to recall his true craving, regardless of how close he seemed to have flown to it.
ありがたいことだ。敗者の矜持、潔いな。あなたはやはり素晴らしい。
The beast promised to return unless he received proof of the power that ushered in his fall, which meant that as long as such conditions endured, he would adhere to the world's model. It was dignity most exquisite. The ending was dear to him, and as such, the Golden Beast did not remember. His consciousness refused to take the final step towards realization, assuring that he could live out his life as a mortal man loved by God. He subconsciously ignored his pride, distancing himself from the notion that he too could very well ascend to godhood. Okay. The beast related to the words of a person who once was a subordinate, he who did not wish his final moments sullied. Enthralled by the moment that sent his very soul up in brilliant flames, the man of gold came to approve the goddess's reign. That tale of dazzling glory and bonds, most tight seeped into him with unmatched intensity, making him accept the twilight goddess's embrace. For indeed he loved all and everything. Even if it stood as a harbinger to his very own destruction, his love remained earnest. Accepting the result came easy to the golden beast, for he held dear the choice of those who had once defeated him. They would meet again. He knew not the circumstances, but their paths would surely cross one day. After all, the cycle of foreknowledge was no more. As long as the heavens welcomed all life under their canopy, even the exile, shade, and the slumbering beast were bestowed the blessings of the goddess. Before he could continue, the cathedral's door opened. The cast gathered behind it brought a smile to the lips of the Mercury magician.
ここに改めて言わせてほしい。今また私はあなたに深く恋をした。
A sentiment that was both the greatest foreknowledge of all and the most savory display of the unknown.
私から解き放たれ、されど再び集ったこのレギオンに、アクタエストファーブラ。
Acta est fabula. Fun fact, you guys told me that that was the original title for this, so that opening that I kind of put in was actually extremely fitting. Fantastic! And so, we entered the cathedral, only to be immediately captivated by the glimmering design and the vivid light leaking through the stained glass. Hey! What escaped my lips was both a single, highly simplistic word and the greatest, most honest expression of awe that I could muster. The spectacle was so splendid and ancient that it seemed almost like something straight out of a painting. The sanctity permitting the space exuded an aura of blessedness, making me feel like I was in a warm embrace. The remnants of moments long gone still remained here. Instants from the past, earnest prayers thought to have faded. They had been detached from the flow of time, their radiance illuminating all who wandered by. Even now I could feel their echo reverberate across the landscape of my soul. We all found ourselves mesmerized, spellbound by emotions no words could express as a gentle light rained down upon us like a baptism.
どうだベルリも悪くはないだろう。
はい。追いかけてきてよかったです。
That looks like a very comfortable coat. Being able to nod to that with true honesty made me slightly embarrassed. I felt as though I would never be able to part ways with her.
素晴らしい。受け持ちの生徒たちもここへ連れてきてあげたかったですよ。
家族サービスも忘れないようにね、あなた。
わかってますとも。
Those three really were a loving family. The parents drew close enough to make their shoulders touch, while their son stood in the middle, looking intently at the sight before him. My friend gave a scoff, while Red Anna simply shrugged her shoulders. They both looked visibly envious of them, and while I was probably better off not pointing it out, they could have tried to hide it a bit more. Suddenly I felt someone tugging at my sleeve. Turning around, I saw White Anna pointing towards the deeper part of the cathedral.
ねえお姉ちゃん、ほらあれ。ん？なになに？ってうげ。素敵ね、お兄様。まるで神様が私たちのことを見守ってくれているみたい。
Oh my god.
そうかね。だとしても俺に言わせりゃ誰かに見られ続けてるってのは落ち着かねえが。
Hi, Wilhelm. Oh, it was that guy with the sister complex, and he was getting seriously close to her. Not only that, but he still continued on with this charade of an elder brother while clearly giving in to her every whim. People who weren't his sister might as well have been heir to him. A true criminal in the making, officer.
悲しいけど、神様もさすがに不治の病は治せないんだね、お姉ちゃん。
心の病気は特にね。
Oh, that's right. The reason Spine is not here, I guess he's not technically an official part of the Legion, I guess. Averting my gaze from the unpleasant sight, I slightly shook my head. At that moment, I became strangely fixated with the two priests standing next to the hoodlum with their backs turned to us. Two? One of them waved a gorgeous golden mane, while the other was boorish and somehow reminiscent of iron or stone. Oh my god, is that... Machina? The former was an amalgam of grace and beauty, while the other was nothing but fortitude and vigor. Despite that contradictory air about them, the two had common ground in their abnormality. They seemed like the kind where even a single glance would forever burn their visage into the observer's mind. Okay, maybe not. For some reason or another, I felt certain of that. My mind wandered off and became occupied with them. I found myself strangely drawn to them, like a fish caught on hook. But then...
神様ですか。
My mind was drawn back to reality by the impact of a single word, seemingly the vessel for a myriad feelings. Luckily, because he didn't expect his utterance to get him that much attention, the man was left momentarily surprised at the fact that someone looked at him. He went on after a second's pause, scratching his cheek as he talked.
ああ、いえ。これはいつの話だったか。そう、確か百数十年前、大戦の黎明期に神の声を聞ける神父様がいらっしゃったという話を小耳に挟んだことがありましてね。噂じゃその方、呪いだか信仰だかわからないような思念がまとわりついた異物、その探索がすこぶるお上手だったみたいでして、この時点でかなりうさんくさい話ではあるんですけど、察するに今風で言えばサイコメトラー、それともテレパシストってやつでしょうか。つまるところ、人や物の記憶と思考が見える、読める、聞こえてくる。
へえ、なんだかそれ怖いわね、先生。仮にそんなことができちゃったら夜も満足に眠れないわ。
Oh, definitely not.
そうでしょうね。自分の周囲縦横に止められないテレビとラジオがひしめいている。それに等しい状況だ。まあ、それでもギリギリその人は幸運だったと言えるのでしょうが、なんせそんなことができたなら、もう100年200年早く生まれただけで家計代に直行ですよ。
Oh, definitely. Most definitely. That was true. People had never dealt well with abnormalities. We still lived in an age where people fought over race and borders, so the appearance of superpowers would only add fuel to the fire.
それでどうして今そんな話を？
さあ、どうしてですかね。自分でもよくわかりません。強いて言うなら、この荘厳な神の家を見てふと思い出したといったところでしょうか。さっきの話が創作であれ、偽りであれ、果たして神はその人物を救ったのだろうかと。
You know, something tells me that they did.
そして願いが叶ったならば、一体どのような方法でその方は救われたのだろうと、そう思ったのです。
He probably didn't want to believe that he would remain forever without salvation. I felt the same, honestly. I hated stories that allowed misfortune and injustice to run rampant. Happy endings were always the best. People who thought themselves smart because they ceaselessly praised sorrowful endings were just messed up and shallow beyond belief. They processed people's misfortune as nothing more than someone else's misfortune. It didn't matter to them because it wasn't theirs, and although that in itself could be considered a reasonable state of mind, it didn't stop it from being quite heartless. Kinda why I always prefer happy endings, even if it's a bittersweet one. It was only natural for people to feel heartache when faced with the suffering of others, to feel joy when seeing someone smile. Those who couldn't love people not directly related to them, whose hearts couldn't be moved by the lives of their fellow men, were secluded fools. They might as well just shut themselves away from the world and sing their own praises like Tengu. I wished for everyone to have their happy endings, regardless of whether it was a simple fairy tale or something with no relation to me whatsoever. As stupidly naive and idealistic as it might sound, it gave me no shame to feel that way.
なんかさ、そういう辛そうなのやだよ。目の奥がジンジンして、なんだか涙が止まらなくなりそうなんだ。
The pure girl felt it stronger than the rest of us. She was hurt just by imagining the sheer injustice and cruelty of it all.
でもその人が本当にいたとして救済は難しいわね。だってそれ別人にならなければ解決しない願いだから。別人ですか？
Yeah!
そう、最先端の脳外科移植でこう体ごとまるっと他人に入れ替わるの。頭の回路が変な方向につながっているなら別人の頭に変えることでそれは消えるんじゃないかと思うし、そうしないと無理っぽくない？だからいっそのこと魂そのものを抜き出して体丸ごと別人のものに宿るとか。じゃあダメね、これじゃあただの妄想だ。
Yeah.
まったくだな。雲をつかむような話だと思う。
けどちょっとした死後概念を取り入れると話は全く別なんだけどね。っていうか一番手っ取り早い解決法になっちゃう。例えばそうね、生まれ変わりとかどうかしら。
Oh yes, of course.
東洋だとよくある輪廻と呼ばれているものね。そう、天の国に召し上げられて神様の一部になったり裁かれたりするんじゃなくてさ、生きてる間に辛いことがあった分だけ次は幸せになれるって仕組み。これならほら、さっき話に出た神父どころかみんな救われちゃうでしょ。どうかな先生。
That was a wonderful thing to say. A desire befitting a true saint, which made her seem...
意外にロマンチストだったんですね、赤アンナさん。あなたもここでツッコミはやめなさいよ。なんか冷静に返されたら恥ずかしくなってきちゃうじゃない。
Oh wow, the sheer heroine power in those words would make a shoujo manga pale in comparison. Oh dear lord. It even made the teacher smile.
いいですね。夢がある。そういう救いは好きですよ。競技的にこの場でするにはいささかそぐわない話なのかもしれませんが。
なぜかそんなに場違いでもないように思えるわね。実は今、私は妊娠しているんだけれど。
Really?
そうなの？
As we stood there, thoroughly dumbfounded by her sudden confession, she produced a gentle, motherly smile.
だからこの子も幸せになるために私のところへやってきてくれたんだと信じたい。そういうわけでちゃんと協力してね、二人とも。
それはも
うん。弟しっかり可愛がる。
Oh, there we go.
おお、それはまた。
A thin smile formed on the lips of their normally sulky son. The mother's belly didn't appear to make it possible to tell, but the boy was nonetheless confident that he'd soon be the big brother to a boy.
まあそれはそれとして、輪廻とやら私は少々過保護であろうと思いますがね。こいつのように追い込まれんと本気になれないバカ娘がいるというのに。
また先輩はすぐそういうことを。私のことはともかくとして少しは空気読みましょうよ。
This is goddamn Eleanor we're talking about, so...
知らん。大体その空気がどうたらというのは日本の悪しき風習だ。全否定はしないが、あまりいいものではないぞ。無駄に萎縮した輩を増やしてしまう。 和の文化は誇っているが、その根源が打算ではつまらんだろう。嫌われたくないとか、怒らせないようにとか、端的にめめしい。性に合わん。だいたい貴様、私に全く遠慮しておらんくせによく言うものだ。
そうよね。だってあなた言ってたもんね。
Oh dear.
あいつだけは私に物おじしないから、まあなんだ、悪い気はしない。
Oh!
とか。
Oh!
貴様
And you better start running, Rusalka.
マジですか？
Did she really say something so adorable?
先輩！ついに出れたんですね！うわー、ここまで本当に長かった！
That's probably the only time that's ever gonna happen because she's gonna beat you senseless now.
寄るな触るなまとわりつくなうっとうしい。
Oh yeah, you're tsundere as fuck.
とにかく私が言いたいのは、その時々の感情に打算から蓋をするのは人生に対して不誠実だということだ。
そこはどうか。
思いやりも慈しみも今を素直に生きるということの上ですからね。ええ、その通りだと思います。
それならここで一緒に記念写真でも撮っておきましょうよ。
That's probably gonna be the CG, isn't it?
今を大事に、楽しい一瞬をいつでも思い出せるように切り取って、そうすれば今日という思い出を何度でも見つめることができそうですしね。
As I took out my digital camera, the most energetic of the group responded to my suggestion right away.
賛成！へえ、日本人が撮影好きってやっぱり本当なんだ。私も賛成ね。綺麗な思い出は好きだから。
Two people voiced their approval while the others simply nodded. A certain little boy looked somewhat reluctant, but in a few years' time, once he had matured and grown into adulthood, he would surely understand the glimmer of those wonderfully mundane days trailing behind him. Simply by looking back on the past, his heart would fill with joy, recalling the light of those moments of ephemeral beauty. Now that it was decided,
すみません、そこの清掃員さん。
はいはい。
oh my god!
君なんでしょうか、元気なお嬢さん。
Rotoshpime is a janitor.
お願いなんですけど、私たちの写真を撮ってはもらえませんでしょうか。できるならちょっと離れてバックがよく映るようにしてもらいたいんですが。
I don't care if I don't even get to see him. There he is.
そういうことならお安いご用ですとも。さあさあ、どうぞ並んでくださいな。
I recognize that voice anywhere.
こう見えても私、観光に来られた方を撮影するのは得意でしてね。一年に何度かこうして声をかけられているので、お手の物なんです。
Wow, what a model of compassion. He might have had dull looks and a lanky build, but the way his smile beamed back at us radiated a strangely palpable air of self-confidence. As such, I handed the man my camera without reservation, then hurried off to join the others, who were lining up next to each other as if to take a family photo. It made me feel somewhat amused and ridiculously happy. There it is!
この出会いが輝ける奇跡であると願いつつ。
まあそれなりに悪くない今。
抱きしめてくれるぬくもりや
抱きしめてあげられる喜びに感謝して、届かないものを羨むんじゃなくて、いつだって安らぎは私たちの隣にあると信じましょう。
一日の終わりに慈しむ黄昏の光に抱かれることで。
僕はきらびやかなものが好きだけど。
I couldn't help but chuckle at his peevish words. However, I could easily accept the existence of such differences in preference, and exactly because of that, it was easy for me to say,
生きてるっていうことは 何より素晴らしいということで。
The lens will turn my greatest smile yet into a pleasant memory.
それではお嬢さんにあやかって日本式に。はい、チーズ。
Oh! Okay, I see a glimpse. Okay, there's Bay. And I can see just, that looks like slightly pinkish hair down there. And then there's obviously Reinhard. And the hair's not long enough. I don't... Is that Machina? Maybe? I had finally come back. As strange as it sounded, that sentiment felt exceedingly right, and made me feel as though I was enveloped by a warm fulfillment. Aww. Indeed, light rained down upon all creation. It was akin to a gentle mother's love. Everyone, without exception, was graced by its heavenly gleam. Its source was the jewel at the bottom of the ocean, an exalted treasure once free of any influence in exchange for a nature akin to that of stone. But once it experienced a number of meetings and partings, it began to be polished. She came to know the bliss of contact and the pain of separation. She had people she wished to protect and wanted to envelop all creation. The goddess, the leading role of the play, awakened and emanated the bliss of her embrace. Filled with gratitude for those who had led her to the greatest height, she did it for the sake of the one young man she loved more than anyone else in the world. Protected by the light of a childish, yet an endlessly dear moment, the warmth of twilight continued to embrace the cosmos. Those who had played their parts in the Grand Gunal, as well as the legion that faced them, she held them equally within her embrace.
だから大丈夫なのかって聞いてるんだよ。
Shiro! Under the canopy of her heaven.
もう年なのにまだ若いつもりでいるからじゃないの？
We would once again be united.
そう思うならそれらしくいたわってくれたらどうかしら。私はあなたたち曰くか弱いお年寄りなんでしょ。ちっちゃい頃から面倒見てきてあげたのに、どうしてこんなに手のつけられない宝刀小僧になっちゃったのかな。
そりゃあれだろ、おせっかいな誰かさんのしつけが良かったからじゃねえの？そうだろかすみ。なんせ俺らあの孤児院で歴代ナンバーワンの問題児だし、まあ伊達に初代チャンプながら未だ防衛王座譲らず、若手の追随許さねえってことでどうよ。
Oh my god. Oh my god.
むしろ最近の若い子に骨がないと思うんだよね。誰かガッツあふれるちびっこいないの？かすみちゃん。あたしらがみっちり立派な後輩に育ててあげるからさ。
Oh my sweet merciful god.
残念。出直してきなさいな。うちの可愛い子たちに悪い影響はお断りです。
わひでえの。毎年クリスマスにおもちゃ寄付してる橋長おじさんに言うことかそれ。
ええ、感謝してるわよ。うさぎさんのぬいぐるみが勝手に合体変形してミサイル飛ばしたりしなかったら特に。
残念。それはこいつの発案だ。
どうよ、かっこいいでしょうあれ。何気に結構自信作だし。
They really hadn't changed at all. From the bold attitude that let them address their foster parents so casually, straight to the atmosphere of the pleasant exchange we were having, all of it was the same. Looking exactly as I remembered them, the two smiled without a shred of timidness. Even though they were true rascals, their acts always had an absurd level of completion to them. Raising these two was about as difficult as raising the rest of them combined. Wild and free, they talked to me without any of the respect one would have for an elder, instead treating me like an old friend. I really wish they'd stop that. It never failed to make my face light up. Similarly, they were just as sensitive as before. Despite acting like they didn't care, they always had been the first to come running to help. They would then become more serious and honest than anyone else. It might not have fit their appearances, but it really was a lot like them.
おいおい、なんだよいきなり笑って。
あれ、そんなにツボ入った？
いいえ。
I didn't feel too good about being the only one teased here. Unlike before, I had years of experience on my side, so I could give them a bit of their own medicine.
そうやって息ぴったりなんだから、早く孫を抱きたいわねと思っただけよ。
Oh!
もうそろそろあんたたちもいい年でしょう。家庭を持って腰を据えて素敵な親孝行してほしいわって。
He looked away as if guilty of something, while she poked at his side with her elbow.
いや、それがね、聞いてよかすみちゃん。こいつったら私の周期完全に把握してるわけだから、ちょうど都合のいい日は避けるわけ。なんでもほら、私ら海外への出稼ぎ組じゃん。確かに一発当ててはいるけど、軌道に乗るまでもう少しだし、うまく現地任せで安定するまであと1年はかかる計算でさ。
This is absolute insanity, and it's just fantastic.
子供作るにしても産むにしてもあっちの方になっちゃうわけだから、こいつ猛烈に渋ってるの。
Oh, Cheryl's getting worried.
おい、いらんこと。
あら、どうして？
The sullen face he made as he scratched his head had none of his usual roughness. He wrinkled his brow, looking uncomfortable while acting all evasive. On the other hand, the girl looked like she'd had enough of that attitude of his.
だからさ、日本じゃないとかすみちゃんにも赤ちゃん抱かせてあげられないじゃない。
Her explanation rang all throughout my heart. Oh, so that was it. An unexpectedly normal type of filial piety. Not the kind I would have expected from him.
そういうわけだよ。ねえ。
まあな、ババアの楽しみなんて孫を甘やかすことぐらいだろ。老後の楽しみ奪っちまって後でネチネチいびられるのも面倒ってこと。そういうわけで感謝しろよな、かすみ。
などとすかさず言い繕っちゃうおばあちゃん先生思いなのであったとさ。
ああ。
Oh dear, that was quite the surprise attack. His words affected me to the point of embarrassment. Goodness gracious.
男の天の弱は困りものね。
I really wish they'd learn to shed their stubbornness and be a bit more honest with their feelings. Provided it served as their own unique charm, would seeing them, though, it be a woman's tolerance? Oh dear. There was no harm in being frank about it. A bitter smile formed on my lips as I savored the happiness I'd just been given. To have someone be so sincerely considerate filled me with joy. The seeds of the future we fought so hard to plant began to grow right before my eyes. I could feel it with certainty. And it wasn't just them.
どうぞ。
失礼します。君たちも。
Kai!
失礼します。
Oh my god, look at the little hat!
失礼します。
Oh my sweet merciful... Are those the same sprites they used earlier? Fuck it, I don't care. The light of that bygone moment still enveloped me.
どうしたちびっこども。お兄ちゃん先生の引率でおばあちゃんのお見舞いか？
そうだね。特にこの子たちは絶対行くんだって聞かなかったから。二人ともそんな僕の後ろに隠れないで。
だって。
He was the latest addition to the orphanage teaching staff. The two little girls hid behind him, visibly wary of a certain bad boy in the room.
お兄ちゃん先生と違ってタバコ臭いもん。あっち行け。 うさぎさんの恨みは忘れてない。
They explained their reasoning to the young teacher while tightly holding onto his trousers. Well, the bad boy wasn't the type I'd want them to use as a role model anyway, but despite appearances, they didn't particularly dislike him. Though young, the two had an eye for personality and were only giving him the treatment they deemed appropriate. The difference in generation made it what it was, but at its base, things were no different from before. The sight made me smile, but he didn't seem to understand.
相変わらず女の子受け悪いよね、あんたって。
ケツの青いガキンチョどもに俺様のかっこよさはわかんねえってことだよ。いい男の価値に気づくのはいつだって男の方が早いのさ。実際俺、男のちびっこからはヒーローなんだぜ。
男の子たちにうまいいたずらの仕方を教えたり、喧嘩のコツを伝授したりするのがかい？
Well, the pranks I might agree with.
親がいないからって育ちで舐められたら終わりだからな。けどその代わり、
男の保険にかけて友達と女の子は意地でも守れだろ。まったくそのせいで叱るに叱れない。
The grown-up leader of children grinned. It was such a fine expression that I could do nothing but sigh.
あなたもごめんなさいね。ちょっと体調崩しちゃったばかりにこの子たちのこと任せちゃって。大事をとって入院したのも大げさだったし、私としてもできればもっと早く復帰したかったんだけど。
Is it implying that Kasumi still has her memories? Or...
気にしないでください、園長先生。それが僕の仕事ですし、やりがいもあるので苦に感じてもいません。この子たちの世話を負担に思ったことなど僕には一度もないですから。
I mean, she was like the only survivor aside from Ren. I mean, actually, Ren and Kasumi are the only ones that managed to keep their memories, I believe. So, His clear eyes beamed with honesty that could make anyone certain that he was a good man. In stark contrast,
そして何より
愛しの恋人が留学しちゃったからね。
we had these two speaking with the sole intention of making him perplexed. They exhausted me with the idea that I might have made a mistake in raising them. Well, there were problems with the likable young teacher as well. As far as I knew, he was popular all around, from younger girls straight to the neighborhood's housewives. Oh my god! At our institution, he was easily the teacher who had the most girls tell him they were going to marry him when they grew up. Over these past few years, it had become customary for most girls to have him as their first love. I feel ugh. Although, that could have been a positive contribution to their development. Oh.
ダメだよ、ひーちゃん。略奪愛なら応援するから。
We even had one of his victims here. Her adorable pout made me smile. Slightly squirrel-like and possessed of adorable laughter. Wary of just about anything, a bit reserved yet strong at her core. In short, she was a very gentle little girl. I'd never imagined that I'd ever get to see her so young. Having it happen before my eyes filled me with both joy and a hint of loneliness.
ほら、おいで、二人とも。お見舞いに来てくれてありがとね。あなたたちの顔を見てたら、おばあちゃんすっかり元気になっちゃったわ。
本当？おばあちゃん先生。もう大丈夫？無理しちゃダメだよ。
ええ、まだまだ私は現役だもの。ほら。
I embraced them and shared our warmth. These girls, smiling in my arms, were dear to me beyond words. Though the health of my younger days had long since left me, holding these youngins was still very much within my capacity. I had indeed become an old lady. Wrinkles littered my hands and face, but I considered them to be proof of the fact that I protected this place. There was nothing for me to regret or be ashamed of. After all, I'd finally caught up to them. They asked me to protect the warmth of the sunlight they so cherished, and I succeeded. And that was exactly why.
そういえば、あの子は？
お片付けをした後、そのまま眠ってしまったみたいでして。本当は自分も来るって言っていたんですが。
そう。
I couldn't tell them about it, but there was something I'd been looking forward to. Wait.
ねえみんな、
I had a hunch that a small miracle would occur today. It felt vague, but it made my heart restless. And I was certain that he would be involved in it.
久しぶりに日の光を浴びたいから屋上に行ってみたいわ。
With everyone here. Oh. Wishing to see the continuation of that dearly missed day, I momentarily became as selfish as I was in my youth. Now that I thought about it, things had always been like this. I was constantly left out of the events while they were at their very center. He would always come back hurt all over, yet insisted on telling me to watch over his day-to-day life. I would get angry and ask him to explain himself, and he would only tell me that he was relying on me to do this. I'd reluctantly nod, and he would just wander off yet again. Half a century had come and gone since then. I followed his words even as I became the matron of an orphanage, guiding countless children. Unlike him, I didn't protect the passing moments by fighting. I wished to watch over the radiance of young lives leaving the cradle. The role I had been assigned with became a part of me I wouldn't trade for the world. I felt proud. It was all worth it, and I was glad to have lived this way. Each and every one of the children I'd been reunited with were my pride and joy. My very own Medal of Honor. I could boast about it from the bottom of my heart. And so...
Yo.
I came to the one to whom I wished to boast the most.
遅いじゃないの、色男。
He had an almost offensive sense of timing when it came to things like this. I smiled and looked at him with eyes as teary as a maiden's. Feeling the wind, I thought of the decades that had passed between us. Looking the same as he always did and acting as though his time was completely stopped, he idly turned to face me. His lips still showed no emotion, courtesy, or sociability. Even the way he expressed his guilt sounded no different from before. His stubbornness wouldn't even allow him to say anything unless I spoke up myself. He had to work on that, considering how long his life would be.
久しぶり。相変わらずいろんな場所をフラフラしてるみたいじゃない。変なもの食べたりしてない？腹に入ればみんな同じとか、へりくつこねて不摂生しちゃダメよ。いつまでも私が料理作ってあげられるわけじゃないんだから。
お前な、久々にやったらそれかよ。
あんたが家事でもできるようになったら、そんなことは言わないわよ。それができないならいっそどこかに腰を落ち着けなさい。ここじゃなくてもいいからさ。
不良息子かよ、俺は。
似たようなものでしょ。
He would surely leave again and I wouldn't stop him, but I'd have him tolerate at least a bit of my nagging. He was sensitive about others while caring nothing for himself. A man with a personality like that could never get enough frank advice.
だいたい気をつけるのはお前の方だろう。こんな場所の世話になるくらいなんだからな。いつまでもその若いつもりでいるんじゃ。
そんな心配ご無用よ。まだ30年は生きるつもりですから。ひ孫を抱くまでは死ねないわ。だからね、あんたにはあんたのやることがあるんだから、こんな時だけ飛んでこなくて結構よ。
He doesn't really sound much older, so is it like, did his time really stop? And he just doesn't age anymore?
別にたまたま通りすがっただけだ。
Nonsense. Did he really think I wouldn't see through such a blatant lie? Even though he never as much glanced my way, he had always been the first to come if he thought I had a problem. There was no way I can understand that side of him. I wish he'd stop looking down on me. I was his childhood friend after all.
ねえ、そうでしょレン。
すみ。
It was time to show him the proof that he had successfully protected us all, that his battles and wounds weren't in vain. Moving to the side, I allowed him to see the people behind me, the familiar faces observing our conversation.
なあ、あいつ。
うん、見たことない顔だけど、外見的には私らとためっぽいし。
Yeah, guess yep.
園長先生のお知り合いの方ですか？
おばあちゃん先生のお友達？豚にイケメン。
God damn it, Ray! Upon looking at them as they voiced their impressions, he momentarily had his breath taken away. It wasn't out of grief, but blatant surprise and true joy. He ran his gaze over the people standing behind me, desperately restraining the urges that leapt up from his heart.
どう？大したものでしょ。私が守ったこの場所も。
最初からバカにしてなんていない。
Instead of praising me, he simply acted like his usual self.
お前はこういうのが得意だってこと、俺たちの共通見解だっただろ。
Letting that phrase veil his true feelings, Ren finally gave me a smile. It wasn't straightforward, but I could clearly see the hint of sincere gratitude reflected in his eyes as he looked at us, completely dazzled by the sight before him.
なんだ、久しぶりじゃねえの。お前どこ行ってたんだよ。なあ、レン。
ああ、君の知り合いだったのかい？
そういうこと。えらく外見変わってたんで、初見じゃちょいとわからなかったけどな。じっくり見たらピンときたよ。
Oh?
お察しの通り、俺らのためさ。なあ、そうだろ？ほら、あいつだよ、あいつ。
Oh?
ああ、そういうこと。ごめんごめん。私もすっかり忘れてた。昔はもうちょっと女顔だったからさ、性別間違えて覚えちゃってたよ。おひさ、レン君、元気してた？
お前ら。
Shiro and Ellie looked at each other. Within the looks they exchanged, I could see them seal the deal that Ellie would play along, and Shiro would owe her something.
白状だな。俺は一目で二人のことを思い出したのに。バイク、あれから酸欠してないだろうな。お前にとっちゃ鬼門なんだから。体壊したくないなら間違ってもするんじゃねえぞ。
So don't ever do it. Don't you mean don't ever... Never mind.
おう、つか、お前にそれ言ったっけか？
さあな。でもお前はそれやると女幸せにできなくなるから気をつけろよ。君たちも将来こいつみたいなバカに引っかからないように。できればそこにいるお兄さんみたいな誠実で優しい人を好きになるといい。見ていてハラハラさせるような男はいつも相手に心配ばかりかけてしまうからさ。まあ俺も大概そういう系なんだけど。
はい。わかった。玉残し狙いはちゃんとする。
I keep forgetting that even at that age, Ray always had like the best answers to pretty much everything. The responses made him produce a faint smile and squint his eyes as if dazzled by their shine. He looked satisfied, peaceful. He likely wouldn't want anything more. Feeling fulfilled and rewarded, Ren surely began to think of parting with us. He really hadn't changed one bit. Keeping the small light of joy locked up in his heart, he likely decided to leave so as not to disturb anyone. I could tell.
だから待ちなさいって。もうまたあんたはいつもそうやって言うだけ言って去っていく。もうちょっとだけここにいなさい。話はこれで終わりじゃないし。何より私からあんたに送る最高のプレゼントがあるんだからね。
Oh?
別にいいよ、十分だ。俺はとっくに報われてる。ありがとうな、かすみ。
His gratitude as he began to leave was blunt but unmistakable. Just as Ren passed me. Oh my god. A young girl, accompanied by the gentle fragrance of sunlight.
おばあちゃん先生、ここにいる？
Oh my god! Joined us at the rooftop as the ultimate proof of the radiance he fought to protect. Seeing her must have left him completely speechless. The goddess he loved and protected as they lived throughout those unforgettable days. The girl carrying her aura made his soul enter a standstill as if it had been embraced.
いた！おばあちゃん先生！これ、お見舞いのお花。早く元気になってほしいから、お昼寝終わったらあげようって。
She extended the bouquet towards me with a brilliant smile adorning her face. Her hands were small and soft. Her display of heart-melting warmth left him trembling.
ほら。
I gently pushed him forward. Still perplexed and unable to contain his surge of emotions, he kneeled before the girl and leveled his gaze with hers. His eyes welling with tears, his heart racing in his chest and his mind on the verge of collapse, Ren looked at her as if witnessing something sacred. He faced her with his handsome visage warped by the urge to burst out crying.
お兄ちゃん、どうしたの？お腹痛いの？悲しいの？ほら、痛いの痛いの、飛んでけ！辛いのみんな、どこかに行っちゃえ！ね、これで大丈夫だよ。転んだ時もね、こうしてくれると嫌なこと全部まとめて吹っ飛んじゃうの。だからお兄ちゃんも大丈夫。怖いことも辛いこともずっと続いたりなんてしないもん。みんな明日は笑顔になれるから、幸せになれるんだから
Suddenly, he hugged her tight as tears began flowing down his cheeks. His embrace was almost a proclamation of just how dear she was to him. Ren wished to return at least a little bit of the joy she had given him. Mixed within that torrent of emotions lay a sign of unfalsifiable affection.
お兄ちゃん、どうして私の名前、私
Still being held by Ren, the girl's eyes began to widen. After looking at him, me, and the perplexed people surrounding us, the little goddess began to cry as well. She once told him to stop grieving, for they would surely meet again. That promise was fulfilled right before our eyes.
そうだよ。俺たちはここにいる。もう一度こうして会うことができたんだ。君が抱きしめてくれたから、どんな奴だってわけ隔てなく光を与えてくれたから、優しく包み込んでくれる黄昏の輝きになったから、ありがとう。ありがとう。ありがとう。ありがとう。
The miracle that brought them together filled him with indescribable joy and love that could only be expressed through sob-filled laughter.
おかえり、マリー。
ちゃん。ただいま、みんな。
Aww. Souls came and went. The virtuous, the wicked, the joyous, and the unfortunate. Conflict and war endured as it always had. People couldn't always avoid sorrowful ending, but every last living creature now had the right and opportunity to become happy. The gentle goddess loved all life within her cosmos, smiling down upon them equally. It wasn't the golden light of voracious destruction, but an all-loving radiance of motherly affection. Please find your happiness. It's all right. You can surely stand while you're in my embrace. Look towards the future and don't shun the light. The scarlet skies above gleamed like a prized treasure as a myriad smiles are born beneath its gaze. While deeming it to be unfathomably sacred, Ren Fuji, the eternal moment, sang his ode of celebration. Let the flow of time halt in its tracks, for all is but a shade beneath your beauty. The occasion called for praises to both the meager miracle and the lovely little goddess. Feeling the unwavering love fill his chest,
生きていこう。ずっと一緒に。
he once again swore to protect her. Ren would stay by her side as they watched over the brilliance of transmigrating lives for all eternity. That was the reason for his existence and the oath he had etched into his soul. No matter what manner of tragedy lay in store for them, he would never forget this promise. It wouldn't change even if he turned blind and deaf.
君を誰より愛している。
Those words made the Twilight Goddess beam her widest smile. The light of that pure, gentle, and sincere expression, certain to illuminate the hearts of all who lived, served as the very symbol of her throne. I can't! Why do you do this? Oh my god, it's like Fire Emblem 3 Houses emotion. This is gonna be the death of me. And you people are enjoying me suffering in just happily suffering. Would that be considered an abuse? No, this just tears my heart apart in such a fantastically happy way. You know what I mean? Well, I completed this all in one go again. Now that was a satisfying epilogue right there. I thought the previous ending was really good, but this knocked it out of the park. And the funny thing is, this makes me excited to kind of see how the Himura route will play out. Yeah. As much as I like this Marie route, it's... oh boy. I really can't wait to see what the Himura route has in store for me. Even though I didn't get to see him, even Spine got to have a happy... got to be happy. Even frickin' Rotor Spine got to have a happy ending. I think I'm a little bit confused though. Trifa and Lisa's child, and their soon-to-be child, and like, hold on. I'm sorry, everybody feel free to make fun of me at this, because it literally just clicked in my head right here at the end, and there's probably going to be people that are already commenting this right now. Johan and Isak! Johan and Isak! You... Sobata, you're a goddamn idiot! Why am I so dumb? Johan and Isak. Johan. Oh! I'm a freaking... Well, I'm going to end it there, so anyway, thank you all very much for watching this. I can't wait to get started on the Himura route. I'm gonna go lay the fuck down because my heart is still just trying to murder me right now. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you guys next week when we get started on the Irae Himura route. This goddamn novel is so good! Hello there everybody, Knight2 here, and if you like this video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And hey, if you guys like my content, then maybe you'd like to check out another channel who I think deserves equal attention. So click that nightmare emblem and check out that channel, or go to the links in the description down below. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.